Good day, friends. This is Crypto Kraut. Today we're going to have a look at the Cake Bedazzled farm. And to get there, we want to navigate to the Cake card and open up the Bedazzled farm here on the right. So let's have a look first at the fee structure. We can see that the entrance fee is quite high at 1%. And this has been causing a lot of confusion below my fellow farmers. Because this is roughly 10 times as high as your usual entrance fee and will instantly put you at a loss of 1%. But considering all the upside of this farm, it's probably a good deal. We'll look into that. First, let's just have a look here at the infograph. So Donkey is using your cake by sending them to AutoFarm, which is then used to put into the Mars ecosystem. There it is earning XMS, and those XMS are sold back to Cake, which is then deposited into AutoFarm, and so the cycle is complete. So let's have a closer look at that. If you go to AutoFarm and search for Cake, we can see all the available farms here, and there we find the Mars farm. So we can see that the APY for this is currently sitting at 3,400%. That is quite high. But there is, of course, a discrepancy between what AutoFarm is displaying and what we can see on Donkey. We'll look into why that is in a moment. But first, we are going to Mars ecosystem. So this is what AutoFarm is doing with your cake. They are staking them here to earn XMS. And this is happening at a rate at 370% APR. Now, where is the discrepancy coming from? If we go here to the claim page, we can tell that XMS is released with a vesting schedule. So this reads vesting schedule 180 days linear vesting once every 3 days. So what does this mean? This basically means that if you're farming cake for any amount of time, let's say for a day, your rewards will not be paid out all at once, but instead they will be spread out over the course of 180 days, where you can claim them every 3 days. And this is where the whopping discrepancy is coming from. Now, if you go to Mars ecosystem again, we can see they are saying it's 340%, 370%. If you go to Donkey, it is saying 400%. But if you're going to AutoFarm, it is 3,400%. So the reason why this happens is that these websites are calculating it a little bit differently. So let's start with Mars. So Mars is calculating how much can you earn in a day, and it is APR, right? Also considering the vesting schedule. Now, what AutoFarm is doing, they are calculating APY, which is compounded interest. And they are compounding once every 3 days when it is becoming available. So the cycles here are also rather long, because you can only claim your XMS once every 3 days. So this also means the cycles are longer. Usually they are between 12 and 24 hours. In this case, the cycle is of 3 days. Also, what Donkey is doing here, they are taking your average daily earnings, and then they are multiplying it times 365. This is how they arrive at their APY calculation here. So yeah, this is how it works out. I think there's been a lot of confusion about it. So the next point would be, is there any risk associated with this farm? For the risk of impermanent loss, there is none, because this is single-sided staking. You only ever have impermanent loss in a liquidity pool when there are two unrelated assets pooled together, which is definitely not the case here. So the only concern would be smart contract risk. So let's check out AutoFarm first for that matter. So we can see on their GitHub page, they are displaying all their recent audits, or their entire audits. They have been audited by Certic twice, once by Slowmist, once by Vidar. and once by something Chinese. So looking good to me. And let's check out the Mars ecosystem. When we are going to their docs, we can see that they're also having 2 audits, one by Certic, one by Slowmist. So yeah, that should give you a little bit of peace of mind. Again, I feel it is fair to point out that I'm not really putting a lot of weight on these audits. You also will see a lot of projects getting hacked that have been audited. But yeah, having an audit is surely better than having no audit. So yeah, this is the end of the video. I hope you found it helpful, and yeah, I really hope it clears up some of the confusion that has been surrounding this farm. Big shout out to Rudy, who has basically commissioned this video. If you have any questions, you will find us in the Donkey chat. Feel free to drop by, and yeah, have a good day. Thanks for watching.